All right, I'm kind of curious about this. I didn't really cover it from the start, but I saw this whole thing where the mod to this Twitch streamer here, SupCaitlin's mod. I guess he had a little bit of an embarrassing interaction, so I want to watch that first, and then MositCr1tikal interviews the guy, so I'm curious about that. Let's see what we got here. The first thing's only a minute.
Sorry, one more shot, guys. If you ever want
Jesus, he's not like that bad looking. Why is she hyping it up like this?
to get drunk really fast, just have to kiss till you'll be up by the time the night's over.
What? This guy's no self-respect. I understand that he's a mod and he likes her. I wonder if he gets paid, because that would add like another element to it. But Jesus, she's acting like he's the ugliest guy in the world. You know, just make sure he's clean and give him a kiss.
Can't do it.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Can you come closer?
This close? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
This is this guy's first kiss, man. Jesus.
Whenever you're ready.
Can you pucker up? Pucker up.
I have small lips.
You just snotted on me. You just snotted on me.
Oh my God.
You went, and the little snots went on my leg.
It did?
I feel like that's just not true. She's obviously playing it up for the camera. She's really trying to make this guy seem like a fucking creep.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Oh my God.
All right, come on.
Okay.
This is the viral thing that's been going around. This like cringe. I mean, yeah. Is there like more to this that I'm not aware of or something? Oh my God. That's embarrassing. Listen, just to respect yourself, you should have just walked away from that, brother. You should have just walked away from it. Is there anything if there's more, let me know and we'll look at it. But that seems to be the brunt of it. I'm curious about the conversation though. She is very annoying. I don't understand why people like that. She's just obnoxious.
Dilly's streaming right now saying it was all for content. Yeah, I've been keeping up. Okay, we'll just immediately get
Probably.
into it. I've been keeping
Turn
up.
myself up a little bit.
It's pretty much like I predicted. He has been brainwashed into thinking they're friends. And let's just go ahead and assume behind closed doors she's super nice to him. Her publicly doing that to him shows that she's extremely fake and doesn't respect him regardless.
Oh, what? Twitch streamers are fake? What? Yeah, I mean, I guess if they're both in on it and they're actually friends, then I really don't care. You know, it's not that big of a deal.
If she's, let's just say once the stream goes off, she's so sweet to him, it means she's embarrassed to be seen publicly with him. And that's still bad. That's not a good...
Or it's just like a weird character that they're portraying there, I guess. I don't think it's that deep, is it?
dynamic. That's not a friend.
I guess.
There's no way of spinning this as like a good relationship between these two at all.
Okay, I guess.
And he keeps saying, or he and she keep saying that it's just banter, but it's not. Banter is the exchange of playful insults. There was no exchange. He made one slight joke about her and felt super uncomfortable by it. She went an hour and 25 minutes of nothing but like the deepest cut insults she could think of. It's really sad. Thanks, Reset Edgar and Dickley.
All right, I just want to see where they have a conversation.
Appreciate it. Hold on. I'm leaking our DMs immediately here. That took almost 0 seconds.
Of course. It's okay.
Okay, perfect. All right, we're in business.
We're in business.
All right, so your name's Dylan. Is that okay if I call you that?
Yeah, you can call me Dylan.
All right, so why don't we just take it from the top? So how did you and Caitlin meet and become friends?
Right. So we became business partners first, right? So
Business
I reached out
partners.
to her and
Oh, he might be making some money. That's why he wouldn't stand up for himself, though. If you know what I mean, because he's making that money and he's kind of beheld by her.
and wanted to get her PC set up kind of right. So that's kind of like the lore is that I'm her PC sponsor.
Oh, okay.
So we met initially 2 years ago, and I built her computer, and then just kind of hit it off as friends. And
How many times have you guys kissed on the lips?
and then I became kind of a mod doing more behind the scenes work for content related stuff.
Okay.
And just kind of had a personal relationship with kind of how tight knit with that kind of stuff kind of goes around with a content creator.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I think that makes a lot of sense. Now, how close would you say you guys are? Do you guys like talk every day? Do you guys play games together off stream?
I mean, he's a paid mod that is like, yeah, they probably are somewhat close.
Like,
I mean, I don't think that they have to play the games every day together to be close. By the way, it just depends on each other.
what is that dynamic
or
look
their
like?
dynamic, you know?
Yeah, so yeah, no, we do play games off stream together. She is like super into Valorant, and she's made me probably awake.
Damn, she plays games off stream. I couldn't imagine like if I played. I don't know how long she streams for. I guess because I only stream for like 2 or 3 hours a day. And I mostly play games to pass the time. But like if I streamed all day, I can't imagine myself like, yeah, you know what? Let me play more games offline. I play some stuff offline, but not really, honestly, too much.
A better player than, just from our friendship and just, having our banter and just like going back and forth on stuff like that. So I've gotten better at games thanks to her and our time off
so
stream.
cute.
And then we talk pretty much every week because we have like obviously so I want to tell people that I came and visited and I'm on.
You came in your pants,
vacation.
Bro, I saw this video on, I forget what, I think it might have been Twitter, of this guy getting like in a lap dance competition, and the person laps on his dance, and then he came. It was just kind of funny, but also kind of based.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hey, let's do some streams together, right? So I know how to cook, and I know she's into cooking streams, and then that we would do like a drinking stream, right? So that's
cool.
just kind of what happened. I was like, oh, let's make the most out of my trip.
What the hell is
super
this
last
guy?
minute, and she was like super accommodating.
Hey, what's
for
up?
Last minute idea. So.
Now, I think all of that content idea sounds super logical, but did you discuss like you being the subject of all of the jokes? I'm using that word real loosey-goosey here because in my opinion, it's less jokes and more just deep cut insults. And I know you're at her house right now, so
well, I mean, I guess. I don't know. It just seems like they're fucking friends. Like, is it really that deep? Like, why are we... Is it really that deep here? Like, oh, it's not really jokes. They're deep cut insults. Are they? I don't know. I feel like it's not.
It might be a little uncomfortable to get serious about it, but...
No, I mean, I can...
I mean, if he's at her house, I feel like they're probably somewhat close. I don't know. They're probably just fucking around, you know? I don't...
Thought about it and just like... I've been kind of shifting, I've been in a character arc development, right? So I've been taking more initiative on being a part of her content, right? So like she does other content like dating shows and interviews, therapy, just chatting meta, right? And I have recently became like a co-host, a personality that's a regular on her chat. And
wait, he doesn't get paid? It made it seem like that he gets paid. How do you know that he doesn't get paid? He insinuates that he's getting paid by her. What makes you think that he's not getting paid?
And the personality I like to give is like my nickname's the Dizzler, hence the rise of the Riz, a Rizzler, Dizzler.
Okay.
Right. So initially the idea was, if I got a kiss, it'd be like hype, be W's. It's pushing that Dizzler narrative that I've been working on because I've been doing co-hosting, wingmanning for guys, helping the girls that do the content we do together.
Kill these guys.
And,
what the fuck?
To talk to girls, you have to have
bitches.
some kind of competency, and like to have the competency to teach them how to, work on the Riz, right? So like I have to have that kind of confidence to talk to them, not, back down and like, I'm a Discord mod. This and that. You just say I'm a normal guy that talks to people.
Damn,
that just happens to mod for
MositCr1tikal.
something. That's just what happened.
Yeah, and I get that. That's not really like where I'm confused on the relationship or anything. But you already mentioned the kiss. Like, did you expect that kind of response when that donation goal was hit, where she'd start just like dry heaving, like she, trying to throw up, like as if he were so unbelievably revolting that she had to run away, rinse out her mouth.
He says it? Did I miss it? Or did he say it later?
Fucking say a prayer or something for forgiveness because of kissing you? Like, there's no way that was a joke you knew was coming, or like this was the content you envisioned.
Maybe he's a good actor.
I wasn't shocked from it because we've discussed, like our friendship is like brother sister, and then if you put your mindset on like, she only kisses someone very seldomly, if at all, right? That she has to kiss someone that she sees as like a little brother, and I can understand that. I wouldn't want to kiss my older sister and be,
Is that okay? So is that the relationship you feel you have with her, a brother sister? Do you rate like every?
I mean, if she said that to him and he understands it, whether he feels that way or not is kind of irrelevant. No, like, is that the way how you feel about it? It's like, does it matter how he necessarily feels about it if she set that clear boundary, right? Like, who gives a fuck what he thinks? Honestly, not much for me a dick, but
everything in that stream, I watched it. You were extremely sweet and complimentary of her, like not as a sister, but as someone who's clearly more interested than that. Do you feel it's a brother-sister relationship, or just the way?
Ooh, sexy,
because I
a
feel like,
sexy brother-sister.
Like, romantic interest. Like, if that's the case, I wouldn't be invited to her place. I wouldn't be living here in her personal space.
Oh, he lives there? I mean, that's a form of payment, no?
Right. So that's the agreement and our trust
Good
and
idea.
friendship, to kind of keep it at that content level, and just like kind of understand that, you know, we are here to try to entertain. Now, did it achieve that goal? Kind of, sort of, but yeah, I do see her as like an older sister, and that's just how I have to perceive it, right? You know.
Do you see why that's kind of hard for me to believe? Like, you gave her a 10 out of 10 on the hotness scale. When it was asked,
Hard
would you hit,
watering.
you were like, yeah, I definitely hit. She's like, I definitely wouldn't. Or, are you too
Is that what she said? I definitely wouldn't.
dating? No, I don't claim him. Things like that. Even though it's, with the things you said, it feels like it's not brother-sister on your end. It feels more like she keeps you there because that's how she wants it to feel. Do you see where I'm coming from?
Yeah, and that's just
Well, is he? Is he just visiting?
because I'm just super in tune of like what the content we were looking to push out, right? It's just like, because if I say, nah, I wouldn't hit, oh, she's a 7 out of 10. Oh,
You should have.
this
That
just
would be
means I'm
funny.
just saying it just to say it, because, you know, if I don't mean it.
I think it would be based as fuck, dude. Actually, if you said that, even if you don't believe it, it would be funny. It would crush her. And it would be funny because of
Or like, you know, don't think my friend is all that. Because I gotta be honest with myself at some points. Like, I think it's okay to make not direct compliments, but like, you know, if we're in that situation, just be honest, you know, and it's.
Okay.
So then, are you happy with this kind of content that gets made at your expense, where she's saying things like, "Oh, your hand's tinier than mine," which means, or we're the same size hands, so you have a tiny dick, or I'd
That's funny.
rather
I didn't realize that there was so much more to it. I mean, listen, dude. Like, I wouldn't be too sympathetic to him because it sounds like he doesn't stand up for himself enough, and it's like, why? You know, dude, stand up for yourself more, dude.
go with my ex who emotionally abused me and traumatized me than date you for 6 months. Is that like good content to you? Like, is that a good relationship?
I would say, you know, I'm the guest, and that's just what came out of her mouth. I can't control.
But
I mean, you could set a boundary and say like, hey, this isn't acceptable to me. You know, you could do that.
tell me, regardless of what you can control, how did that make you feel? Did that feel like content, or did that feel like, oh, that didn't feel good at all to hear you say those things? You care about her, even if it's a brother-sister dynamic that you're saying. You clearly
Well, it sounds like he's simping for her a little bit, and she's made it pretty clear that she doesn't really want to be with him in that capacity. Maybe he's just kind of hopeful, though. You know, you never know. I get it, but maybe he's kind of hopeful in some capacity, and he's
care
holding
about
on to
her.
that.
And for her to say something like that and mean her throughout the stream, did that feel like content, or did it feel like she was taking these extremely rude jabs at you?
I just didn't take it personally, because I just feel like, you know, like we both had to reassure each other. Whatever had been said, or what, like, I could have dished out more. I could have been like, I'm way better than your ex. What the fuck are you trying to say?
See,
right?
and that's
we
where I'm
should've,
even more
pussy.
confused, because you
Right.
and Caitlin keep saying it's banter. Banter is an exchange. This was a one-handed fucking wallop here where
Well, I think that what he means is that it's not that deep. Like, I think that's all he's trying to communicate. Like, oh, it's banter. It's not that deep. It's whatever, you know?
all she was doing was insulting you. Throughout the stream, you made
He legitimately sniffs the girl's underwear on the stream? Oh, is that actually something he does? Well, it sounds like he's in on it. Where can I send you another clip of it? Let's send it on Discord. Well, it sounds like he's in on it then. If he's pretending to be a creep, then, like, how is he not in on it, right? That just makes sense to me.
one slight joke about her and kind of got uncomfortable and backpedaled it. That's not banter. This was you being there for her to just spit on, like a trash can, basically.
Right.
Like that. And if we're going the content route, wouldn't you want to be the Dizzler who's like, no, I'm actually way above her? Or like when she's going in for the kiss, you stand up.
Well, I mean, that's just his inability to play his character. Is this another one of the things?
Oh, I only washed one panty.
Okay. You ready?
Sure. So I only washed one panty.
Okay. You ready?
Sure.
All right. It smells like game.
What's the point of sniffing clean panties? Like, if you're gonna sniff a girl's panties, do you want them to be just foul and soaked and just sweat, piss, and discharge,
Degro
right?
super chatted $1.99.
Why the fuck would you sniff clean panties?
I tagged you in another clip on Discord of these two.
Yeah, I see it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Like, unironically, what's the point, dude? What is this? Oh, they smell like game. Okay, it's just a piece of fabric at that point. Okay, underwear aren't underwear until they are worn underneath the clothing. Okay, you need a woman to saturate into the clothing for days on end. Not days, just a couple hours. Okay, that's what gives it the smell. That's what gives it the aroma. That's what gives it the charm. That's what gives it the spirit that you're looking for. So what the fuck is this? What is he doing? This doesn't even make sense.
Do you want to keep it? You can take it home.
Okay, I'll put it in my shirt pocket. Can you stuff it in my shirt pocket? Yeah.
Whoa, he is the Rizzler. Can you put it in my pocket?
I actually like that pair.
I would have made her take off a pair that she was wearing right there and be like, why are these clean? That would be the Dizzler right there. If you listen, here's my thing. If he wants to be some kind of Rizzler, he has to commit to something. Either he's got to commit to being the nerd that's like bullies hot girls so that he can look cool, or he's got to be a complete disgusting fucking degenerate. Just lean into it. Be a fucking dog. Be a degenerate. Be like, these aren't dirty. Why would I want these? Get these out of my fucking face. All right. What are you doing?
I'll give you a different one later.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
See?
She pays her mods.
I pay my mods.
Yippee.
Okay, so she pays her mods in underwear? Oh, I guess she doesn't pay him. What a fucking cringe person. What?
Yay.
I don't know why you support that one.
Damn, this guy's a fucking... I
want to switch it out.
I don't really feel bad for him, though, because, like, he's the one doing this shit. You know, like, why aren't you just not doing it? That thing's cute. What's up, buddy? Let's do something together. I'm gonna lift you up. I'm gonna put you over here, and then I'm gonna do some fun. I'm gonna pet you. Oh, lick me on the face. Jesus, I could do something else with that. Here, I'll feed you too. Here's a berry. Here's a little berry. You cute guy with a beanie on.
Up and you walk away. That would be more content brained than what happened here, which is why I feel like this doesn't really add up.
I need a bed.
Right, and you know, I think everyone was kind of seeing me struggle with my cat allergy thing, right? So I just was already trying to hold it together and just like trying not to fuck it up even more. Already as fucked as it, right? Because like if you people who know me as my personality as the Dizzler, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are times where like
yeah, people know me as the Dizzler. Shut up! You're not the Dizzler. You're just a fucking weirdo.
she'll have me come on and talk, and I'll be
the
like,
Dizzler.
"So when are you coming over and we're gonna do it?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm good," because like, you know, I'm talking to, you know, whatever, right? Because part of helping her with her content, I have to talk to a lot of women, and I joke, I was like, "No, don't worry about me. You already done enough."
What does he get out of this? Like, what kind of, like, I imagine it's not like a direct payment, but like, what does he get out of any of this? I don't understand it. I don't get it.
For me or whatever, right? So it's just like there's moments where like she'll throw it out there, and then it's up to me to like take that content or like mold it to what I want it to be. It's just that day is an extreme version of pushing it on this is a Discord mod, this is a Twitch mod, he's in my fucking house, and you know,
Oh, I have to put this underneath the thing.
That was the.
But why do you settle for that? Like, why be that guy? You're not a bad looking guy. You're not a weird guy too. Like, you break the mold of like that stereotypical creepy weirdo mod who's gonna be like, you know, snorting panties out the wazoo or whatever. Why settle for being that to her?
It's just, I think it just comes down to what I've done beforehand to get to this point. And it's just, you know, I had recently gotten out of a 5-year relationship, right? And I decided to take this trip and just kind of like use it as soul searching. And a part of that is I'm still going to have some tendencies that I left behind or carry with me, right? So I'm just the guy to
being a fucking simp,
and that's just something I've been working on.
But even the way you're describing it, burdening it, but why? Why do that? Like, you're not a weirdo. You don't need to be taking this burden from her saying these extremely disrespectful things to your face and having her chat dogpile you for being mod in my house, red alert, oh my god, I have to kiss this guy. You're not a 6 out of 10, I would have said that. Like, why take that? That's not a healthy relationship. Like, I don't know how she treats you off stream. If she's extremely sweet to you when the cameras aren't on, and then she treats you like this when
she's probably not. You know? I guess the only difference, one of the differences between me and Charlie is that I just don't have any sympathy for this guy, because it's like, why are you allowing her to treat you like this? I guess, you know, it's just like, okay, it's kind of on you, man. Like, what are you thinking? What are you doing? What are you thinking? What are you thinking, dude? You know,
cameras are on. I mean, she's fake, and she is embarrassed of you, and that's, again, not healthy. I talked about this right before you joined. It's kind of like, I feel like a lot of people can relate to this. Kids, they'll have like a friend group, and there's usually like someone in that friend group that is just a punching bag. It's not really a friend.
Upstairs.
And that person doesn't feel like they really belong there, but they also don't want to leave because it's still that group. So they just take it, and it's not good. It doesn't feel good. And that's what all of this seemed like to me. It doesn't seem content brain, because if it was all like, the Dizzler's marching through, we better hide your bitch, the Sod and Panty's gonna be flying out the door, Dizzler's here, I feel like you would have turned down the kiss. You would have said, actually, you're a 6 out of 10. That would have been you laying into that persona. And if she was playing along with it for content, she'd be like, oh no, he's not gonna fuck me, but when we go to this club, damn, it's about to get wild out there, it's gonna pop. But none of that happened. It felt more like she used you to just insult perpetually, to bring you down, to put up this, I don't want to use the word facade because I don't know her, but to put up this whole barrier like, this guy doesn't have a chance, let's laugh at him. And that's not good. Like, no one deserves that kind of treatment.
Right. And
Except for
I'm
Simps.
gonna tell you how it's like it's a formula, right? This is what it boils down to in her personality, right? So the reason why I agreed to do some of the things that happened is because I separate the person from the streamer, the content creator from the person. I'm friends with the person, and whatever it is, like for example, right? It could have been a super hot guy.
Ooh.
He could have had some kind of ick, like play, I don't know, Rocket League, or he plays League of Legends.
A big
but he's
cock.
like amazing, everything. She's like, you play League of Legends? Like, how does this
overlap
work?
with?
Or just like make witty comments about something she might not like, just because it's contrary. It is, not controversial, but it can be. It's opposing, right? So, for it could have been it could have been anybody.
It's kind of stupid,
right? She might, and it just happened to be me. It's not the first time she's kissed somebody on stream, right? Or like do content and it's controversial. So it just happened to be my turn, and I kind of understand the things and not the science, but like just understand I have to set my feelings aside and just understand if I'm gonna do content that it's what it strictly is.
It doesn't but it doesn't have to be that way. But you mentioned something that I want to point out. I went through and watched how she interacts with other friends of hers in the space, like Hassan and everyone like that. Why doesn't she treat them the same way she treated you? What's the deal?
Because that's his character. He's just like the cringy little simpy poo, That's the character that he's portraying. That's pretty much it, and he's okay. I mean, like he's basically okay with it. Like he's consenting to it. It's not like she's forcing him to do it. That's pretty much it, man. That's kind of it, So Charlie's just waking him up. He's waking him up. You can't be simping for these hoes, baby. Deal
with that then. How come she's able to do other content with other guys that aren't her perpetually insulting them the entire time? But the only content she does with you is to make you the punching bag. Why?
Let's put a roof on this bitch.
She's not like for Hassan example, right? She went over and just kind of say the reality was like we just did a stream together. He was a nice guy.
You're a nice guy.
But she
was
also
they're gonna fuck. They're gonna fuck.
Hey, what game is this?
Pal World. It's pretty fun. I'm building a house. Here. Look at my fucking beautiful house, dude. Oh, this is such a meant to be weird. Look at these guys are all sleeping, but I'm missing a bed for one of them. So I made all of this so I could put one of the. Now it's unfortunate because the bed's going to be out of the way, so he won't be included with his friends. But you got to give them all a bed. Okay.
Honestly, like I'm not super into that kind of.
Am I going to react to the leak Mama Max recording about Charlie? I don't know. Where is it? Is there a lot? Is it like worth reacting to?
Content of political, right? But she appreciated the offer, right? So she will be real, and separate herself for a moment and just say this is what happened, yada yada yada, right? This is not like I don't know. It's just it's hard to kind of like it's just like when you're on someone's team, right? And you don't want to mess up that dynamic, right? You're understanding that we're all playing parts on a team, right? And my role on that team is kind of fucked up, but some people are built that kind of way to be like put that stress on my shoulders and just like because they care about people, and that's just how I felt going into it.
And it's one-sided. Do you think she cares about you?
Yeah, genuinely. Like when I went through my breakup,
well, maybe she cares about him a little bit. I mean, I doubt that she's like this horrible person that fucking hates the guy, but it seems like she doesn't necessarily respect this guy, it seems like that she doesn't really respect this guy too much. So
she set me up to have a dating show. Like
that's using you for content again, though. That's not looking out for you. That's still using you for content, and this is at your weakest moment. You're most vulnerable. You've just gone through a traumatic experience, and she's immediately turning you into content.
What traumatic experience did he go through? Was he raped? I don't understand. Or did he have a breakup? Why is that a traumatic? Wait, what traumatic experience is he referring to? Did I miss something?
I just told her no. I could have said, let me wait.
But it's not your fault. I'm not putting any blame on your shoulders. Like, it's an opportunity. You're low right now because of this breakup, and now you have this.
What traumatic experience? I'm actually shitting it coming. What are you talking about, bro? Relax a little bit. Hey, you went through this traumatic experience. What the fuck? What?
This girl who's like, hey, I've got a bunch of girls I can put you with if you do it on my stream. It's immediately turning you into content. That makes me feel even worse about this.
Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal to do the dating show. I think the humiliation part, I get that. I get that one, but outside of that, I don't really think it's that big of a deal.
Relationship, because after you've gone through something, she immediately uses you for content.
Okay. I mean, but to be fair, I mean, like, if she's just using me, why am I staying at her place? Why don't I just get an Airbnb or a hotel?
It adds to the content, having you there and keeping you.
Maybe. I mean, listen, I feel like he's assigning a lot of like negativity to it. I don't think it's necessarily as negative as he's trying to say. At least I wouldn't instantly assume that.
Around to constantly belittle and make it clear to her community, like, hey, this guy doesn't have a chance. Let's keep joking about it. It's all part of that same content cycle. Like, you are playing this role, which you have talked about, taking this burden, which you don't need to do. You're above that. And she is using this because it is part of the joke. Like, she is just farming this whole stigma of being a Twitch mod. He's not going to ever fuck me, but he can stay here and we're going to get content out of it by any means necessary. Here's an hour and 25 minutes of me shooting down everything he wants to do, everything he says, every advance, and make it clear I am disgusted by his presence. Now, if it's a role you want to play, I'm not going to tell you you're a bad guy for it. I just want you to realize it's not healthy. This isn't a real friendship.
I don't think it's necessarily unhealthy. Listen, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. It seems like it's not as deep as Charlie's trying to make it seem. I don't really know. Because I really just don't think it's that deep.
Dynamic at all. Again, if she's like really sweet to you off stream and treats you like this publicly, then she is two-faced and is not actually a friend to you. And what you just said about how when you went through a very bad breakup, she immediately put you on a dating show makes me feel like she is constantly just using you as this source for content to laugh at and have her chat laugh at. Because I haven't seen her interact with anybody else this way. I watched her interact with other people in the community.
Well, yeah, that's his shtick, though. His shtick is being like a cringy little poopy boy.
I've seen her do this to a couple other guys on her stream, but that's the same role that they play that you do, where she just belittles them and insults them, which is still...
Yeah, but I mean, also, like, he's willing to do it. Hassan is another creator. You know, there's obviously going to be more respect there.
A bad thing, but you
Come
get
here,
it
you
much
fucking
worse.
pussy.
You are someone that genuinely seems to care about her, and I think that is so fucked up. You keep saying that it's just banter and jokes, but it's one-sided. She is
Capture
the only one doing that. Again, in that stream, you said one thing, and it made you uncomfortable. It is
kill him.
Sad. That is the only point I'm making. You, again,
Yeah.
you are not in bad shape.
Yeah.
You are not weird. You don't have to play this role for her. You don't have to be stuck being the weirdo Twitch mod who grosses her out so much she goes and fucking hawks in the bathroom and yaks, right? It's ridiculous. It's just mean for the sake of being mean.
I guess.
And if it's I know she claimed that it's all like an act and all that. It's the worst act of all time. Like, she is playing the bully. As Cinna said, there is no way she should expect people to think of her as anything more than a bully. Because that's all she's showing. And you are the only one that gets it this bad.
Okay.
I mean, we're both getting it.
I mean, stand up for yourself, bro. That's all I really say. Stand up for yourself, pussy. You know?
In some shape or form, right? Because we both agreed to have this kind of content idea put out there. I agreed to it. And there are times where I say I will be that role because, you know, I want to get more into that content space.
Does it make you happy? When she is saying these...
The problem is what's lending credibility to Charlie's argument is that this guy is just kind of like, well, you know, this is kind of like the role. Like he's very he's not really committed to the concept that it's a role. He could have went on and been like, yeah, it's just a role. Like it's really not that deep, and that would have been fine. But he's not even really committed to even that. You know,
things to your face. When she is saying you're not good looking, you're not getting laid, I will never hit, I don't claim this, all of those things, does it make you happy?
I will never hit. I'm gonna hit these though.
I mean, obviously,
fuck you, pussy.
If you hear that kind of stuff, right? But at the same time, you know, it's just like if you're real with yourself and you understand where you are or where I am. I understand where I am at right now in my life and like where I want.
You fucking manta ray bitch.
I have to set my emotions aside when I hear things like that, and I've just been used to that kind of stuff. That's just
he's used to getting bullied by women. Pussy.
Shit I decide to deal with, right? And just on the, you know, like what's the difference from like, you know, like I guess the difference of like for like content, right? Like me and you, right? I'm trying to put that out there that hey, I'm a grown man. I take responsibility for
what the hell are you talking about?
Understanding what I was gonna sign up for, right?
Sorry, someone in the chat said I was muted. I'm not muted. What are you talking about?
So we're both playing two sides of the coin here right now, right? We're both getting there's content from one side and you're getting content from this as well.
Well, it's very different though. Like we keep talking.
Well, I understand what he means. Like, hey, there's a mutual exchange of content, whatever, blah 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 blah. But I think that the main operating element here is like, you know, is this woman respecting you?
about content again at the very beginning. The content you pitched is different than the
Copper
content that
key,
came out. You pitched doing cooking or drinking, all that.
That's true.
That wasn't the content. The content was her making fun of you. That doesn't sound like what you wanted to do. I don't think you told her, I want you to insult the fuck out of me for over an hour. Like, that's not the content that I think you wanted to sign up for. I think that is the content that was sprung upon you, and you feel as though you have to take it. Because you keep saying that it's your decision, you can bear the burden, you're an adult, you can make your own decisions, which of course you can.
What is this water elephant?
But why? You just said it doesn't make you happy when she says those things, so what's
Come
the
here,
point? You don't
T-Fant,
need that
you
to have a
punk-ass
career.
bitch.
And I don't think you should want that to be your legacy or career either. Like, being Caitlin's punching bag.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. That's, I feel like there's a lot of people that are almost so, I don't know if I'd call it desperate, but yeah, maybe even desperate to be popular that they'll do anything to get there, and then they don't really realize the potential, like, ramifications, I guess you'd say, of it. They don't, you don't want to just be famous. You want to be famous for something. You want to have at least some level of control over it. But if you're just willing to do anything, like, yeah, you could probably become famous if you embarrass yourself. But what is that really worth? It would take a tremendous amount of effort to go from a place of being considered like an embarrassment to somebody with any level of respect.
I just want to be a doctor. So that's why I don't, have that as like the craziest thing on my mind right now. But
doctor. Gay!
Just
kidding.
I wanted to talk to people and just understand that when you have
I guess if he's just trying to have fun for a little bit until he becomes a doctor, I guess whatever. But
a love, and that's just me in my fucked up ways, right? Saying the content she does is entertaining enough for me to support it and be a part of a cast of people that.
Thank you so much for the 3-month small gut from Nuclear Winter. So he does what most men do, shove their emotions deep down and just do something to make someone else happy, I guess. I mean, he seems to want some level of clout, so it's not like he's not getting some exchange. But, he has to set a heavier standard. If he's like, no, I'm not willing to do this type of content, like, yeah, he could say that. And if she's like, oh, well, I don't really have anything else for you to do, okay, then just don't hang out with her anymore,
Agree that there's some
Nut
benefits.
up,
Spunky
pussy.
super chatted $1.99. Charlie is reading so hard into this, holy fuck.
Maybe he cares for the guy. I don't know.
I'm the Giga Chad. I'm the winner out of the situation. Which
well, I mean, this whole Rizzler thing. Just to be clear, maybe he just doesn't realize this, but this whole character that he's supposedly playing of the Dizzler or the Rizzler or whatever, it's like ironic. He's a dork. That's what people are like. Oh, this is a dork thinking he has Riz. He's like, it's like trying to be Neon almost, except at least Neon has confidence. Come here, you fuckers. I could have done
a better job defending myself. That's where I messed up in my character. That's where I messed up in my judgment, and didn't really think of the consequences of said things. So I take responsibility of that, right? Because right now, I could.
What are these?
Telling you how I really genuinely feel. Like,
come here. What the fuck?
You don't like the way it makes you feel. Do you think a friend would keep pushing that role on you knowing it doesn't make you feel good? Do you think a good friend would?
Here.
I think friends who because I've just had tough love from people in my life in general, right?
Sounds like he gets bullied a lot. That's what he's actually saying.
I come to, I wouldn't say nurture, but like just kind of understand that not everyone's gonna communicate the way that you think everyone deserves, right? And like if I was a scary Discord mod that a lot of people think or seeing, right?
There we go.
Why would I go and talk and like not instead of just enjoying seed in the pity, right? I rather just be honest and just say how I feel, because like I've already been in the eye of the public.
Are you fucking kidding me? Attacking me? I'll fucking roundhouse your ass.
No, again, like I said, you
bitch.
Are definitely not what most people picture when they think of a Twitch mod. But this is
what do
not
most people picture?
a good
Me?
dynamic you found yourself in here, and I'm just trying to understand why.
69.
And hoping that you can recognize that the way you're being treated is really fucked up. You, even during this, just now, you started taking blame. You've done nothing wrong.
So
you said
sorry,
you could have
dog.
defended yourself better or this and that. You didn't do anything wrong. You were actually just taking bullets like you're protecting the president for her. Again, this was all her idea. Your content you pitched was cooking and hanging out and drinking. The content became, let me insult you. And yet, you're the one apologizing.
Yeah, dude, that's why he deserves it. He's a pussy. No, but he should really stand up for himself more. It's kind of on him at this point.
The content that I pitched is the formula. I'm just pitching the formula. The recipe we already have.
It's cooking because recipes and formulas.
A place that hasn't blown up out of this proportion.
It's in the wall now.
So
you fucking bitch.
It's just like, yeah, if you don't like this kind of content, don't watch it, right? Don't, But don't send, you know, death threats and all this kind of
Well,
stuff.
of course, no one supports that. Absolutely. Yeah.
I do.
I feel bad.
I'm just kidding.
And, you know, there's
I gotta get a
you know,
bow and
crazy
arrow.
stuff going on behind the scenes, and we're trying to get through that. So, it's,
Where the fuck do I go to? Like, I need a check mark.
I just want to
Waypoint.
say that, you know,
What's
do
over
whatever
here?
makes you happy, but like, just understand that you know, there's
Alright, let's go this
always
way.
more than what there, you know, appears to be. Like, so,
Transformers.
you know, I joke about having a degrading
robots
kink,
in
right? Because I
this-
go through kind of this shit like this.
Oh, he's got a. Maybe he does. Maybe he masturbates. I don't know.
And I kind of own up to that. And I'm like, yeah, maybe I do.
Most people picture some neckbeard loser who cooms on his keyboard. So
John
me.
Pon09 super chatted $1.99. Is the new here meme still going?
I see. I think so. I gotta jump out of the water and then strike. That's what I have to do. Come here.
Or, you know, whatever, right?
Oh,
See,
fuck.
So,
I gotta get
Like
out
I
of here.
said, if you had come out here and said, you know what, I actually just have a humiliation fetish, I enjoy being insulted like
Am I gonna
this,
die?
I'd be like,
I'm
hey,
gonna-
bygones be bygones, Godspeed, brother. But you've already said multiple times, it's a burden, it doesn't make you feel good, it wouldn't make anybody
Oh,
feel
shit,
good,
am I-
it doesn't make you happy to hear her say those things.
No, 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 no,
So
no,
then
no, no, no,
why
no.
stay and keep letting her do that? Like, I know you view her as a friend, but it doesn't seem she views you that way. She wouldn't keep pushing this upon you if she viewed you as someone that she actually respects.
This game better respect me. Don't try to get the fuck out of this water. Come on, let me get out of here. What the fuck is this shit? Are you kidding me? Get out of the water! Okay.
I don't know. We've just reassured each other as friends that we appreciate what we've done each other work-wise, like for the amount of work I've put in for her, and just understand that, okay, because I've asked, I was like, do you actually appreciate what I do and help out? And she's like, yes, 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 and yes.
Yeah. Of course she's gonna say that, even if she doesn't mean it, because she doesn't want you to like leave her.
Reassured numerous times that what I volunteer to do is appreciated. And
You said volunteer. Do you get paid for the work you do? Does she pay you? Like you obviously put yourself on this team. Do you get compensated for all the work that you've done to help grow her brand by being this role?
I just get, you know, the benefits of, you know, for like my small streaming career, and the revenue that comes from my
okay.
business that I am solely, you know, the owner of. And so she's helped promote my business in a way and help me connect to bigger and better things. So, you know,
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess it's fine to, operate on exposure, but
Bubble Tea builds, right? I build PCs for streamers that, you know, I want to support and help grow, because she has that kind of same mindset too, to help
the mindset,
smaller
grind
people
set.
get them built the way up, you know, put them on a platform and
Does she-
showcase.
Can I get that?
So that's another side of the content that I help out with, is, you know, we both want to help out streamers and get them some better exposure.
What is even his thing? Like, what is even his gamer tag? I don't know. Like, what is his business is what I'm asking.
Right.
Being paid in exposure is a totally different can of worms. But I guess just to stay in here for just a minute, does she give you on her platform? Does she give you the time of day to talk about all the cool things you're doing? Because she certainly hasn't so far, from what I've been watching. I didn't know you even really streamed. I didn't know you had a career outside of being a Twitch mod for her that she roasts.
Well, how much has Charlie seen? Because like, I imagine most people, all they've seen is like the couple of like viral clips about him being cringe, which I think is kind of the goal, right?
I didn't know that. Does she actively promote you at all?
Yeah. So when I appear on as my character, or like when I talk about, like when I'm doing other things, like I'm dating other girls, right? And I'm just like, you know, so I was like, oh, I'm a business owner. I'm in school to be a dentist. That's part. And
So he wanted to be a doctor. Is a dentist a doctor? Maybe it is. So he's building PCs. He wants to be a dentist and a doctor, and I'm a little confused. To be honest.
so she lets me showcase a side of me that no
What's
one
up, bitch?
would usually see, because the mod connotation, right?
Come
So
here.
you know, that's the arc that I've been working towards in this small aspect of my streaming career. So that's just what people who do watch me know, that I have some confidence backed up in there somewhere.
Let's see if we can get this guy.
So it's just like that day, I had a lot going on personally, that
Bitch.
I can't really share. And then just on top of being allergic, I'm just like, and just like whatever happens, right? So like if I had the chance to do it over again, it would look different. It would have been the way that, whatever. But at the same time, it's like my friendship with her, it kind of outweighs my wants and needs of like streaming content, business, all that, because I care about her as a person, and she does for me as well. Because if I
Cringe.
wasn't up for it, we wouldn't have done it. She was.
Well, yeah, you're up for it, but I guess the point of contention here, the issue is are you respected? But I mean, if he's fine with it, he's fine with it, dude. Like, what are you gonna do? I mean, he's doing whatever, he's doing his thing. It is what it is, She helped me promote my business in a way. Sounds like she doesn't actually promote. Yeah, maybe that might be it. But I mean, listen, this is more for him. He needs to learn to advocate for himself more than anything else.
All right, that's cool. We don't have to do it at all because we've talked about it of not doing it because of things, right? So promise that because I had a lot going on personally before I even agreed and signed up to do that stream or like streams beforehand, right? So, that's the relationship that I've built with her, and that's I want people to understand that this is not like a one-sided thing.
What is this?
But people are going to perceive it however they want to perceive it.
Can I walk into this place, or am I gonna die?
Again, at the end of the day, the way you describe this role that she puts you in is not a role that makes you happy, though. Like, I understand that you view each other as friends. Can you give me the example you gave of like how she cares about you as a person immediately rubbed me the wrong way about you go through a breakup and she puts you on her stream for dating? That's milking you for content. Is there anything else she's done to show that she cares about you?
Okay. Well, to be fair, there was a long period of time where I didn't come on, like years worth of time where I didn't want to come on for content. So I volunteer. I say, hey, I'm ready to do this. This is what Dylan wants to do. This is what Dr. Dilly wants to do, right? So she's just given me a platform to showcase what I want to showcase to people. And she's done that for other content creators as well, and they've gone off and done great things. And I wish I could shout them out, but just know that I've been working with some of these people, and just know that I've been very grateful, very happy. I'm very happy to be in the position I am in right now, and just see people grow. And for me, this is going to be a huge moment for me to understand where I'm at and growth wise. And I just wanted to know, like, yeah, that's just I am passionate about this side of things. Like, yeah, it looked like I was miserable. Yeah, it's just what happens sometimes. You when you're in your weakest, it pours, right? And I hope to understand that, like, when I got done with that, I was okay. I was great. I was happy. I was ready to go out, have fun, and be a normal person again. And I was a normal person then.
He definitely cares about her more than she cares with him. Yeah, of course. I mean, but like that again, it's just kind of a life lesson that you need to learn. You need to learn not to be such a fucking simp, dude.
So it's just the it's just like that narrative out there that am I here for? Did I really fuck up and do this? It's just, no. It's just I didn't force myself. I agree that I wanted. This is what I wanted because I told her, let's do it. She didn't necessarily was like, if you don't want to do it, great. So
again, you didn't tell her to come on and insult you though. It's a different thing. But
whatever,
regardless,
that's just what the content I kind of already love to know. That's just like it's normal for me to hear that kind of stuff.
That's
the
breaks
problem,
my
right?
that breaks my heart to hear.
Why does it break your heart? Fuck this guy. If he wants to like, I want you to be an asshole, but if he wants to be a pussy, let him be a pussy. Like, it is what it is, man. It's life. That's just life. That's life, man.
Are you the one that gets it the worst then? You're so intertwined with her brand and growing it. Why do you get her ire the worst? Even if it's just for content, why does she pick you to put down more than anybody else I have ever seen her interact with?
Because he's willing to take it. That's pretty much it.
I mean, it's just I've seen different sides of it, and I just thought what she said isn't new content. There's been rewashed jokes that have been discussed before. Like, it's just like it is not something new to me, right? Like, it's if you already kind of come to know what to expect, then you kind of understand that's what may or may not happen, right? If it does, it does. It doesn't, it doesn't, right? So for me, it's just like we have this formula. This is how we do things. This is how we operate. This is how the content machine we had put out there, and then that's just what was seen by the general public. So
okay, well,
it is what it is at this point.
All right, we don't have to keep going around in circles here. I guess just one last thing that I want to know: do you think she did anything wrong?
Let's see. That's a tough question to answer because obviously I want to stand by my friend, right? So I mean, it's tough because it's the truth. Like, I would have to say, I'd say no because I'm not forcing myself to say no. It's just because if I didn't really want to do it, I wouldn't have done it. And if I was really, really like not invested into the process and like what we've been doing, I would have never came here to begin with because I knew, because most people were like, Because I kind of understand bullshit and just understand that if I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. Or like if I don't want like be put in a very uncomfortable situation, I won't do it. Because like if I wouldn't talk to you if I was not okay with it.
This guy's a little bit of a cuck, dude.
So I'd have to say no and just understand that.
So you think everything she said to you was just okay, fine content, even though it hurt you, which you said, you still think that that's totally okay for a friend to do in front of everyone in your community and tell all your embarrassing moments and insult you for everything she believes is weak about you? That's
Jesus. How hard was she going in on this guy? What the fuck? What are you doing, bro? Gross. Stand up for yourself.
That's the green light.
I agree to it.
But you did again. The content.
She asked if it was okay, and I said yes.
She asked if it was okay to say that I would rather be emotionally abused and traumatized by my ex
Oh, is that the trauma part? Oh, okay. Well,
than date you. She ran that pre-wash joke by you.
No, but I mean, I just
Damn.
obviously it's like
it's kind of a low blow then, man. It's kind of a low blow, dude. He's really taking that, huh? What the hell's the matter with this guy?
it's a joke. I mean, is it a good joke? No, but
So
I
fucking
understand that if you're gonna try to
stand up for
on your
yourself,
comedian,
dude.
right? Like, not all their jokes are gonna land a stick. If you're shooting, you know, we're doing what, an 1,800 view quick stream with no real plan behind it. It's just
The plan was to insult you. It seems that was the whole plan for the entire time from then till she was drunk enough to kiss you from the donation goal, and then to the time you went to the club.
Damn.
Okay.
That seems like a plan that I don't.
Listen, he's getting offended by by Charlie defending him. So it's at this point he's a fucking lost cause, you know?
Think you probably envisioned for how that stream would go.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like with the stream, we were already winging, like, just from the jump. And it's just like, yeah, we planned some things like, hey, let's talk about how I would talk to a girl at the club. Or, you know, I
Hey,
think we missed the
baby,
part where,
let's kiss on the
like,
balls.
we're so comfortable with each other that I would agree for her to take a shot out of my belly button or something stupid like that, right? So
What the fuck are you talking
it's
about?
just like, I already was signing up for something that could be really chaotic and just live in that kind of chaos. And, you know, it's just, yeah, for someone who can't handle something like that, that will ruin them. I'm just not going to let it.
Okay. I mean, it's not about whether you can't handle it. It's more about like whether you respect yourself enough to not to not handle it, I guess you'd say. But hey, man, whatever makes this guy feel better about himself. God bless you, brother. God bless you. Can I shoot this? Oh, can I not shoot that? There's a lot of wool here.
Ruin me.
Yeah.
And I hope you understand that, Charlie.
I'll be honest, I don't. Being fully transparent, I don't get why you put yourself in this position. You're much better than this. I don't think you
Clearly
have
he's
to be
not.
this
He's
patootie
not.
that
He's not
she
better than
spits
him,
in and
clearly.
lets her community do the same. I don't know why you let her treat you that way publicly. It doesn't seem like a healthy friendship, the way she milks you for content, even after you got out of a 5-year relationship that clearly still did have a big effect on you at the time. I don't see this as a good friendship, but I'm not your dad. I'm not your dad. My voice is cracking, but like I actually am just kind of sad to hear this perspective.
I
Because
guess it's nice,
it
yeah.
sucks, like being fully honest. You don't
It
deserve to be
sucks to
treated
be
that
cringe.
way. No one does. But if it's the role that you're happy with, if you believe that the exposure she pays you in is worth your business guidance and all of that, and you'd like to keep playing the jester for her to joke about and laugh at for, you know, however long, then all power to you. But yeah, I'm not going to lie and say I get it, because I really do not. It just seems very toxic, and it seems like she has got you completely hooked on a fantasy. I don't believe
Hooked on
she is a good friend to
phonics.
you.
Probably
From everything you
not.
told me.
I mean, that's just for me to deal with and process.
I
Because
get that.
Shut up, Charlie. This is my woman. Maybe she'll marry him one day after she gives up on everything else, you know? Maybe she'll be like, you know what? I think I will marry this guy. My entire life has just fucking gone to shit. I'll marry. So I'll think I'll marry this guy. Marry this guy. Marry him anyway, because I'm a loser. Sorry, I'm being a little rude to this guy, but you know, it's kind of sorry, you know, it's what it is.
That is your cross to bear, as they say. I just wanted to try and understand, and I'm walking away with even less of an understanding, if I'm being honest. And it's not your fault. You took blame for how this stream went when you've done nothing wrong, and it's just sad, is all. And I'd like
He's a peepee
I'd
ad.
like better for you and anyone else in your position.
I don't know. I just know that there is as hard as that sounds, that there is something positive to take from this.
I'm gonna attack
right?
this guy.
For those who are interested, and obviously, with streaming and content, it just goes hand in hand. Like, what
Shit.
are you okay with, or what people are okay with to like do? And it's just, I just happen to be on that
Is
side.
that all I have to
that's
do?
A little bit not. I would say risque. That's just how I want to describe it. And but I appreciate the time for you to come talk to me and just try to understand. And it's been a lot, but I just I appreciate it, and I wish you well as everything.
Yeah, you as well, man. I hope whatever you decide to do, I hope the doctor and all of that works out well, and the brands you're building. I'm wishing you the best of luck with it, brother.
Thank you, man.
Brother.
Have a great rest of your night, man. Appreciate the time.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man, I'll be honest. I don't really care about this guy. He doesn't stand up for himself. He's got to kind of learn, and that's just part of life, man. So hopefully he learns and he starts standing up for himself.
Well, that was an interesting conversation. He's just such a seemingly nice guy.
He's such a doofus, dude. He probably farts on cats, Fuck that guy.
Again, I'm not his dad. I wanted to understand. I still don't, but that's his thing, not mine.
Yeah, get him. All right, well, that was something.